This is really the fighter and the kid.
Come on, baby. First of all, I want to take a minute and I want you to take me in. I'm wearing green and I'm wearing a beautiful beige.
Was that Land's End?
It might be. It may as well be.
When you get to that age, Land's End, you're attracted to Land's End.
Well, so Daddy figured out that I could shop on Amazon and pay a quarter of the price.
Well,
never did that.
Yeah, but you're not getting like certain things on Amazon. I mean, well, for my fish tank,
yeah.
Hate to take it back to fish tank.
Yeah.
My fish tank,
yeah.
All Amazon now.
Is that right?
I sent you a video of my puffer.
Well, I was going to ask you.
I sent you a video.
I was asking you about.
You talking about the puffs?
What?
You talking about the puffs?
Well, where'd you get the puffs from?
Store.
Let me ask you this question. Them saltwater fish?
No, those freshwater puffs.
There are freshwater puffs out there? I didn't know that.
I didn't either. And then I walked by, because Tiger, when we go to the thing, he's like, Dad, let's get this, Daddy, this. And he keeps pointing out saltwater. I'm like, dude, if they look crazy, they're saltwater.
Yeah.
We have fresh.
Yeah.
And he goes, Daddy, this. I'm like, I'm not getting, that looks like freshwater. And he goes, Dad, they're puffer fish.
Yeah.
I'm like, those are puffers. Last guy, I go, those puffers are freshwater? He goes, yeah. I go, there's freshwater puffer fish? He goes, yeah, they get sized footballs now, though. He goes, those are juveniles. And I went, are you?
Freshwater puffers.
And I go, are they poison? He goes, no. I went, check. And I go, cool. Well, will they fit in the tanks?
They're cute.
Those are tiny ones, though.
They're super cute.
So mine
I would love to go like this to their chin. Look, cutie. Oh, I want to do that.
They're one of the smartest fish too. So we just got them yesterday. When I walk into the tank this morning to feed them,
yeah,
they'll follow your finger. They're one of the rare fish. They're like dogs.
Yeah,
you can touch them.
Well, when I was in, look
at their teeth.
When I was in
same front teeth as you and me.
Aww. When I was in Tahiti, I scuba dived and I snorkeled with saltwater pufferfish. Now, my buddy, who's a professional diver, saw someone step on a stonefish in Okinawa.
Oh, bad idea.
And die.
Oh yeah.
He had booties on, but if the real professional guys, if you're in Okinawa, you want felt. They have like a half inch of felt under your booty.
So nothing can get through?
Yes. That'll stop sea urchins, that'll stop stonefish. This dude didn't. And he walked and he stepped on a stonefish and went into cardiac arrest and died on the beach.
What was he wearing? Like some off-white J's or something?
No, he was wearing just regular booties, like water socks.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the ones you wear at Water World.
No. And they look just like, and sometimes they'll cover themselves in sand.
They look just like stones?
And just cover themselves in sand, and then they got a little...
Do these?
No, that's not how they do it. When you step on them.
Oh.
When you step on them.
I'm saying when they eat, though.
No.
They're the ones that disguise, right?
Yeah, let me show you. So when you step on them, yeah, I'm gonna send it to Chin. When you step on them that you have major problems.
Yeah, but you see what I'm saying, B? They blend in so they look like the coral or something, and then the fish just go by, and the fish like, oh, cool, that kind of looks like a fish.
Yep, I know.
That guy has the same size big toe as me. Yeah, look at they're insane. Queensland's dad, extreme reaction after stepping on a stonefish.
Australia.
No, it's so bad.
Now you can buy those too now for the saltwater. But my puffer fish,
I'm afraid
not poisonous.
You can buy them. You can buy
those. Oh yeah, you can get most things.
Oh shit!
But the new puffer fish, they're in my 40-gallon tank right now. Here's the other thing about puffer fish: you can't put them with any other fish. You can't mix them with any other fish. They will attack. They're uber aggressive.
Wait, a puffer fish will?
That cute little thing.
Yeah, cute puffs.
Uber aggressive.
Watch this. So this is the most venomous fish in the world. Watch this.
Stonefish, and that is the most venomous fish in the world.
Fuck, dude.
And you just grab it like that?
I guess if you go under
Stonefish have 13 dorsal spines which hold 2 venom sacs on each of them. If you apply pressure, they will inject the venom, said to be one of the most painful things you can experience. Well, they had those lionfish you're telling me not to get?
Yeah.
Remember I seen a picture, I'm like, get me a lion. Joking?
Yeah.
I've never.
They eat everything.
They're super. Those are also aggressive. But the guy who runs the aquarium that I go to off of Sherman Way there, he was saying, he's like, man, they suck too. Because when we try to get them out of the tank, sometimes even if you're far away from them, they might just scoot over. And he's like, think of a bee sting, but like they give off the same venom as a bee sting, but he's like intensified. He's like, it just doesn't stop. He's like, you know how bees like sting you and then it kind of goes away. He's like, it just keeps going.
I was at my son had a bearded dragon. And I used to have to go buy crickets. And worms, and I stopped doing the crickets because they stink. So you give them worms. And this gal I know I used to work with, she was an actress, and she had tarantulas and snakes and all. She's
Stupid animal.
I know. And she picked up a bird spider. Now, they had a bird spider. Go ahead and bring up a bird spider, the tarantula.
Big ass spiders.
They eat birds. So it's the biggest fucking thing, Goliath bird eater. They're that big.
Yes.
That's real. And she got bit right there. She got bit right
Jumanji
there.
spiders.
It bit her right there. But you know what? It was like a bee sting, she said.
Really?
I know. I was
well,
like,
sometimes they don't
what?
inject venom. Sometimes they're just biting to get away. Like rattlesnakes.
Look at that.
They're not always shooting venom. They're just doing it as a defense mechanism.
Right. Well, I went to the San Diego Zoo. By the way, shout out to Mike Drop Comedy Club. I fucking love that club so much. That's this new club in
Where's it at in San Diego?
It's 15 minutes away from, or 13 minutes away from, 13 minutes away from Gaslight. And it is, I'm telling you, man, they know what they're doing. So Phoenix used to run Stand Up Live.
Same people that run Stand Up Live?
Yeah, well, she used to work there, and now she's the general manager. She's amazing. But dude, I'm telling you, it was such a fucking amazing experience. And the crowds were incredible. And,
how many does it seat?
And there's Dominic Cruz right there. He came to the show.
Oh, Stevie was with you?
Yep, Stevie showed up.
I love Stevie.
And I got to hang with Dominic Cruz, who I've been a fan of forever, of course.
How could you not be?
Such a smart fucking dude. And then I'm learning wrestling from his wrestling coach, who's there teaching me shit in the green room. It's hilarious.
He could have taught you.
Oh fuck, dude. He did. He did. He showed me some nasty shit. He showed me like these wrist locks. I was like, oh my God.
Shit you're never gonna do.
By the way,
right?
Well, you never know. If I came up with some shit for you. I don't want to say it's a
complete waste of time, but also
came up with some shit against you.
Did you ask Dom, like Brendan keeps giving me endorses and stuff?
Yes. So I got some shit. I got, let me just say this. If you and I go, and we will go. I have a new sweater, so not today.
Okay.
We will go.
You're also in sandals and it's rain, but whatever.
We know we're going to go. We know that ultimately this is going to happen again. Okay?
On down.
Right?
Yeah.
Now.
As sure as it's going to rain again in LA, I'm going to choke you out again on this show.
Shut your stupid mouth. Shut your stupid mouth, because I have some tricks and I understand some things in wrestling. And his wrestling coach. Now, hold on. Shut your stupid mouth, because in the green room at Mike Drop Comedy Club, I put some fucking arrows in my quiver. Okay?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I'm like a puffer fish.
Are you?
Keep poking, Daddy.
Are you?
You're going to get the poison.
Really?
Keep poking.
Really?
Now, real quick, just hypothetically,
Yeah.
let's say I locked the door to your green room and it was you and Dominic Cruz.
Right.
And someone said, who's going to walk out of this room alive? I'm just hypothetically saying, what would happen?
Now,
would the big old thick pufferfish walk out of that green room?
Careful.
I like to think so.
Careful. You got Dominic with a lot of fucking tricks.
Legend.
And you got Bryan with a heart like a lion. I got 2 lion hearts. You know that? Do you know I got 2 lion hearts? You don't know that.
Oh, you're like an earthworm.
I'm
multiple hearts.
Yeah, but they're lion hearts.
Yeah, but
you cut
built
my
like
chest
a worm.
open?
Don't say lion. More like a worm.
Well,
you're built like an earthworm.
I'm going to get to that.
Earthworm Jim.
I'm going to get to that. But Dominic and his wrestling coach showed me some shit. If I get underhooks on you, understand this. I got alternatives.
Okay.
Because you're going to counter, and I'm going to do something. Okay?
Oh, because you think you've seen the whole B-Shop catalog. Well, you think you went through the whole catalog on B?
I don't. Hey, look at me.
15 years
I don't
of training?
give a fuck about your dumb catalog. How about that? Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, Dominic Cruz hyped you up. Did he give you a speech before this?
I got shit, dude, because he showed me shit, and you're not going to see it. And I'm going to fucking capitalize on it. And I'm going to say his name when I capitalize
It's for you, Dom C.
Yep. So just know that when we tussle, and we will, I got an answer.
Okay.
Cool?
Well, just remember Daddy Pufferfish now.
No, I understand.
Keep poking me, dude.
I understand. You know what's cool about pufferfish? They can be popped.
No.
Yeah.
No.
They can be popped.
But you know what you can't do to a pufferfish?
What?
Choke them out.
Oh,
Try choking a puffer.
No, I'm not worried about choking you out. But do me a favor. Hey. Watch your wrists and your ankles. Okay? Okay.
That's me.
I know. You can be.
Hey, if we're in the room alone and the lights are off, you just hear. That means Daddy's puffing up.
Well, I will say this. Dominic fights at 135, and Dominic stepped in at about 170. And I looked at him and I went, well, you're bigger in the neck, shoulders, and arms than I am. And that's what I realized is that I am, as an athlete and a man, and this is okay. It's okay. If you liken me to a dog, I'm just a regular mutt.
Oh no, you're Santa's little helper from Simpsons.
I don't have any pit bull in me at all.
No,
I'm a regular
mutt. Ribs.
I'm a sweetheart. I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice doggy. You pet me.
Your breath sucks.
Well,
your nose is all dried.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I'm a mutt that you love.
Yeah, but you're poor people's dog. Right?
I'm not going to protect you when the house gets broken into.
You're going to hide.
Well,
or you're going to lick the fucking burglar's
I'm going to
arm.
talk a big game. I bark. Brian talks a big game.
You're like a Great Dane. They look scary,
but not that big.
Not that big. You're a puppy Great Dane.
Well, yeah. No, I'm a mutt that's going to bark a lot. And then when you come in, I'm going to go, oh, you guys want to be friends?
You guys really kicked down that door.
Yeah. You got to know who you are.
Hey, B, let's take a little break, buddy. Can we take a break?
Sometimes you got to take a break.
Now, you and I don't take a break from doing stand-up because I'm in Tampa next Friday, Saturday.
And
only.
I'm in Indiana.
One show Friday and two shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday. That's next Friday, Saturday. That's January 20th and 21st.
Yep.
Tampa, Florida.
And you're going over the Blue Room in Springfield, Missouri.
Have you been there?
I've not, but I heard good things. February 3rd and 4th.
Yep.
Right?
Friday, Saturday only there. And then Naples, Florida. Well, dang, I got 4 dates in February. Cool. February 16th through the 18th, Naples, Florida.
Yeah.
And then Bakersfield, one show only. This will sell out. Get tickets right now. Bakersfield, California. California. February 23rd. And then Brea right now is just March 4th. That's just the Saturday because I might have to do a companion on Friday on the 3rd. So right now, buy tickets for Saturday, Brea, California, Brea Improv, March 4th with special guests, very special guest.
Ooh, I like that.
Tickets at Thicccboy.com or FATKZ.com.
Guys, you want to come to Fort Wayne, Indiana. If you are anywhere in Indiana, I don't care if you're in the state around there, run to the Summit.
Let me ask you this. What else you can do, Fort Wayne?
What else
is going on?
You're going to see Bryan Callen January 13th and 14th. I got 2 shows on the 13th.
Packers aren't in the playoffs. It's a Packers city.
It's a Packers city.
They're done.
So you know what? Do? Come hang. We'll talk about Aaron Rodgers after the show.
Come check out Brian's old balls.
Dania Improv, January 19, 2021. Let's come see some of that. Edmonton, Alberta.
Well, it's cold.
It's cold. The comic strip, February 23rd, 24th, 25th. That's going to be very cold, but I love Edmonton. But Nashville, Tennessee.
We're not here to talk about dates, B. We're here to talk about a little company.
Well, look, there's a thing called Bespoke Post. Let me tell you what goes on with this. I still have one of their little whiskey glasses. You open the box. It's a box of awesome. Yeah, every unique item is hand curated from a small business that you probably would never have heard of otherwise.
They make great stuff.
They got cozy essentials to travel, must-haves, cocktail kits, all kinds of things, and it comes every single month. Boxofawesome.com.
It's like a Christmas every time it comes. You never know what you're going to get, but
you can take a quiz. You can take a quiz, and I'll help you pick the right box of awesome for you.
They release a new box every month across a ton of different categories. Each box is valued at around $70, but you only pay a fraction of that price. Plus, with each box of awesomeness, you're supporting small businesses.
Small businesses, that's the heart of this country.
Yeah, dude, 90% of everything that comes in your box of awesome is from small up-and-coming brands.
That's big.
It's free to sign up. You can skip a month or cancel anytime you want.
Look, get 20% off.
Give it to them, B.
I'm going to give you 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up for boxofawesome.com. Enter the code FIGHTER at checkout. Boxofawesome.com, code FIGHTER for 20% off your first box. Boxofawesome.com, code FIGHTER. I believe that they sent us a couple, and I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
I'm excited.
Box of awesome. Oh, my God, Brian. It's the wild card time in the NFL. It's wild card. There's nothing
playoffs,
better.
Baby.
Nothing better. You got the Fins. You got the Bills. I've taken the Bills all day long.
Are you?
Oh, Daddy, am I ever.
Right.
You have the Chargers. You got the Seahawks. I'm taking my
Chiefs.
LA Chargers. Yeah. Chiefs aren't in the wild card, so shut your yapper, right? Because they have a bye because they're the best team in the league.
They got the best team in the league, so they're not in the
clearly they wouldn't be in the wild card, right?
And neither are the Packers.
No, the Packers aren't
in
anything. But the Niners are, who are my dark horse to go.
But if I want to make money,
you got to use my friends at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Kick off the road to Super Bowl 57. New customers can bet just $5 and get 200 in free bets instantly, plus all new and existing customers and get a no sweat bet each day of the wild card round this weekend. Just place any NFL bet on your choice, and if it loses, you'll get a free bet back up to $10. Action is so good. Why bet NFL playoffs anywhere else?
How do you do it? Do you just download the DraftKings Sportsbook app? Is that how you do it?
But you got to use the code FIGHTER, and if you're a new customer, you can bet $5 on any NFL team and get 200 in free bets instantly. Only at DraftKings Sportsbook with the code FIGHTER. Minimum age and eligibility restrictions apply. See show notes for details. Now let's get back to the program.
As I get older, I start to realize
Now,
that.
Dominic Cruz, I don't know if you know this, there's called the Mamba mentality. You've never met a more competitive person in Bryan, you don't know a more competitive person than Dominick Cruz.
Well,
he will try and beat you at every single thing.
I got that.
Including
we were talking.
go-karts. I raced him in go-karts.
And we were talking.
And he practiced before.
He's ready. When he saw Kevin, who's 6'5",
he'll beat the shit out of Kevin, by the way.
I know that. Yeah. And he saw, Kevin knows that. Kevin goes, thank you for not killing me.
Yeah.
But Kevin
as
kind
he
of
should,
saw him.
as
Kevin
all
saw
you
him
should.
and took in his stature.
Sure.
And in his mind, Kevin was like, that's not a tall guy.
Doesn't matter.
And Dominic said, well, when I saw your boy, I kind of, he said hi, and he was a little bit like, hey, what's up? And I thought to myself, how would I fight this guy? He was thinking about that. Dominic,
at all times.
At all times.
At all times.
And by the way, wants to fight again. So Dominic is, we had a long talk about that. We had a long talk about.
It should have been Dom versus Frankie Edgar. A legend fight. That should have been the fight.
Damn.
That's what Frankie said too. He's like, that would have made sense. Remember we had him on here.
Yes.
And on the food truck, he's like, that would have made sense. Said they gave him some
Same
young
size,
guy.
everything. Wow.
Yeah, same size, both at the end of their careers, both first ballot Hall of Famers.
Yes.
Dom, one of the best analysts in the game, like just such a mind for it.
I told him that too. I go, you said how smart he is and how good he is.
Insane.
At shit. And he was like, oh, you're making me blush. But he's a great guy.
He's one of my favorites.
Fucking great guy.
Just a great, but whatever it is, be ready. Tic-tac-toe, chess.
No, he's going to beat you.
Get into the airplane early.
He's going to try to do whatever he can.
His entire life, he's the Michael Jordan of, Michael Jordan, like whatever you're playing, he's that guy. It's exhausting.
I can see
I love him, but I'm not that guy. I'm like, yeah, you won. Cool, dude.
Yeah.
I can see to the plane.
Well, when I talked to him about that too, when you look at him, he wasn't gifted with incredible athleticism.
Ooh,
he was gifted with a mind, the mind of a champion.
No, don't get twisted. He's a stupid freak athlete. So that style you see now of the switching, the movement, and the hands, that's all dumb. Everyone copied him. Cody Garbrandt, he's athletic, dude.
Athletic, but I wouldn't say as athletic as a guy like Aljamain Sterling, for example. Would you?
Oof, he in his prime, man, like WC, he's up there, dude.
What I mean to say is
I
think his brain is what got him.
I think I agree. Well, the brain's what made him the best 135er to ever do it.
Yes.
His body, though, like his athleticism and competitive drive, which goes to his brain, that dude is an outlier.
Yes.
Because remember, too, even
physically, too.
In all checks the box in every facet.
You don't become a champion like that without.
Not at his level. Like, you don't become that dominant of a champion without being an outlier.
Yeah.
It's complete savage. Complete savage.
Savage. Fucking savage.
One of my favorite people in the game.
Yeah, he's a great guy. His coach, who his main name escapes me, was fucking a great guy too.
Was it the coach from Alliance?
Yes. He's got a big beard.
Yes.
I'm going to find his
I've
name.
worked with him.
Great guy. You have?
Oh, yeah, because I did my camp to get ready for Mitrione with Gus Finn and Dominic Cruz.
My boy Nick Lamagna, shout out to Nick. He was the one who set me up with it. And his name is Jeremy. Yeah, Jeremy, great guy. He was Uriah's roommate in college, and he's a fucking I guess he's a hell of a wrestler, man. He's still.
If you type in Worlds, if you type in,
the point is I know a lot of shit now.
Yeah.
The point is I have a lot of tricks. So be respectful when you come.
Watch my P's and Q's.
Just be respectful. Come correct. Don't come incorrect at me. Cool? We cool? We cool, bro?
We're cool.
Because I'm a Dominic/Jeremy disciple now. So come correct. Don't come incorrect. You big guy. You big boy, right? You big boy. Come correct because I'm not stepping back. I'm not a mutt that barks anymore.
You're a tough guy.
Well,
here's my thing, B.
What, bro?
How tough do you think you are? Ask me if you're this tough.
Okay.
So, and I know but just hear me out here before you chime in.
All good.
Before you chime in and give me your real opinion, hear me out here.
Yeah.
So I was in Vegas. Good friend of mine, Zak Bagans, right? Ghost Adventures guy.
Big boy,
doing
too.
big things.
Yeah.
Don't care about his physical attributes. So he goes, he does the Ghost Adventures, all that.
Yeah.
I text him. I said, yo, heading to Vegas. Would love to see you. He goes, whatever. He had something coming up. He goes, maybe I'll come to Saturday's show. He goes, you guys should go to my haunted museum. I said, is there serial killer stuff? He goes, yep. I went, say less. Mm-hmm. Me, David Lucas, his girl, and Jay are going to come. He goes, you got it. VIP tour.
There's Jeremy.
VIP tour. We go to that haunted museum, and David's like, it's like a haunted house. I'm like, no, like real shit, David. Like real shit, dude. Like people aren't going to jump out and scare you, like real shit. When I tell you I was scared, shitless. I haven't slept right since.
Come on.
Bryan, dude, I'm telling you, dude. David Lucas, halfway through the tour, left. Halfway through the tour, was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Not because he was bored, because he was scared. He got out of there. They have this, they call it the roots of evil. And this lady who was in the Holocaust, and she was a Jewish lady, she felt like all the people that died during the Holocaust, their like bodies and the evil demons within that, the Nazis and all that, like are in these. I know. Just hear me out. Are in these pieces. So it's the most supposedly, and I have evidence to back this up. It's the most haunted artifact in the world. Costs too much money. They have this kind of book thing, right? And it's enclosed. So when you go buy it, you just go buy it, you see it, whatever. And then I was talking to Zak about it, and even Post Malone talked about it on the Rogan show. So Zak, Post Malone, you know who he is, right?
Of course.
Okay, cool. Thank God. So he was in Vegas. He's a fan of Zak. They get together. Zak goes, Zak's closed, but I could give you a private tour. And Post Malone's like, hell yeah, me and my boys are coming. They go. You're not supposed to take the cover off this thing. He takes the cover off, and that's Zak. He's standing in front of it right there, Chen.
Which one?
The third one down to the right.
What is it?
Yeah.
No.
That's
go down,
it?
dude. So it's the only one where Zak. Yeah, there you go. That's it right there. So that thing right there has all this artifact. So it's so haunted. People buried it, want to get rid of it, right? So it's so haunted. So Zak thought it was a good idea to take the cover off and have Post Malone touch it. Since Post Malone did that, his bad luck has been the next day, his plane crashes. On his way home, he survived. He falls off stage at the concert. His house got robbed, and he got in a car accident.
Well, this might be like the Aztec
It's all coincidence.
bone whistle. Remember that
when you blew the
death
whistle? Yeah.
And my
Rogan
life
told
and
you not to.
the world went to shit.
Except for Rogan. It was lucky for him.
Yes.
Because he sold
but even he had some
$1 gajillion dollars.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Actually, it was good for him.
It was good for him, bad for everybody else.
Yeah,
in
bad
that
for
room.
everybody else. The whole room, the whole world.
Hey.
COVID and
Hey, I don't want to blame on you, but you started COVID.
I might have.
Hey, was it leaked in a lab or was it leaked from JRE and Woodland
That's
Hills?
a good question.
You blew that hell whistle?
I think that there was the virus was lodged in the death whistle. I blew it out.
Got out.
And it got out.
But back to that horror place. So, you know, my thing, serial killer. I have my black belt in serial killers.
Yes.
You would like the Al Capone thing. Because what Zak does, and he's slightly...
This is his museum.
His museum, yeah.
In Vegas.
In Vegas. Okay. But the museum's actually in a house that's supposedly super haunted. When I say haunted, because it used to be a satanic ritual site. So there were kids and women were murdered in the basement through a satanic cult.
Jesus.
So that basement, when you go down there, super haunted. We'll get to that. So he has all these artifacts there. And he would tell the price of it because it's all expensive. But when you get that, like I said, you'd like the Al Capone thing. Because Al Capone, they have this carpet.
This is all legit stuff.
It's all they have all the pictures, and then it's signed by when you buy like Sotheby's.
Sotheby's.
Yeah. It's all signed, but like
okay, so it's auctioned off from Sotheby's.
Everything's authentic.
Okay, that's legit.
You go into Al Capone room. They have the only picture, the actual picture from his house. Zak bought it in auction of him and his son, and then they have his carpet where you pace back and forth and do whatever deals. And he has a cigar, and he put the cigar drop in, so it has all his burnt.
Whoa!
It's so cool. So that's cool. I don't think Al Capone's haunted or whatever. But the thing where it gets dicey is the serial killer room, which I was like, oh, say less. Here we go. So we go in the serial killer room, right? You walk in. To your right is the actual shirt that Richard Ramirez was wearing during trial, that black shirt.
Christ.
And then his notes to all his girls, because he had so many girls coming after him, his actual handwritten notes autographed.
Wow.
Then to the left, this is where I was like, this is so intense. To the left is Ted Bundy's mask that he would rape and murder all the women in.
He wore a mask?
He would wear a mask to get them. His actual like ski mask, the actual mask with his gym bag that he used, and there's like all these like blood stains on it. The gym bag with the tools he'd used to murder, the actual tools and gym bag.
I hate that.
Dude, then you keep going. They have John Wayne Gacy stuff. They have Charles Manson's remains. He paid for all this. They have his teeth. He got fake teeth put in, and he put Nazi signs on them. They have that sitting there. And then you go into I was like, this is so intense. But I wanted more time in there, but we have to hurry up. You go to the next room. They have Dr. Kevorkian's van where he would, assisted suicide people in there. That the van they thought was destroyed, all this stuff.
It's a death museum.
But
tools for death and
dude. And then you go in this other room. This is where you would have been scared shitless. You go in this other room, and I know my serial killers. And then Zach texts me, goes, "Hey, just to give you a heads up, the Kansas City Butcher's really intense, and then the basement is optional. I don't even go down there, but have fun." I was like, he was just trying to scare us. We walk in the Kansas City Butcher area, and I know my serial killers never heard of this guy. I think it was like in the 80s. You never heard of him, right? I've never heard of him. Dude, this psychopath, this sociopath would get young gay men, and he would torture them. Zach's crazy ass had the bed they were tortured on. He had the exact device he used to torture them, then had pictures on the wall of the victims before they were killed.
Now, I don't know.
It was...
Why would you do this? Like, this is...
so awesome. But it was so intense. So intense.
I don't like that morbid
The Dr. Kevorkian stuff, so they make it out to be a bad guy. You look more into him. It's controversial. Do you know much about Kevorkian?
Yeah, I do.
I really went down a rabbit hole that night. I couldn't sleep. I was terrified.
I know enough. I've listened to interviews.
I went way far down. It's interesting, right?
I think
because with the Kevorkian thing
about
too,
quality of life. There are people that have such a terrible life that he helped with assisted suicide.
And have you heard
That's
the victims too? Like there's one kid, he had like horrible, forget what the Lou Gehrig's disease was, but he couldn't talk anything. ALS, And Kevorkian would, in order not to go to prison for murder, he'd have them on record saying, "Okay, why am I here?"
Did he go to jail? He did, right?
8 years.
8 years. He went.
They finally got him. Yeah, 8 years.
Wow.
And then he got out. But that museum, it's fascinating.
Fuck, man.
Fascinating. If you're into that stuff, fascinating.
Man,
the basement where the kids and the women were murdered and through the satanic cult. So Jay was kind of down. Jay's scared of that stuff. So you go down there, it's pitch dark, and you get down there, and I could just feel. I don't know. When I think about kids dying and like satanic stuff, I'm like, oh hell no. So I told Jay, I'm like, go. We turn back. We run back upstairs. The lady, because it's a private tour, she goes, "Listen, I'm not supposed to do this. I'll go down there with you guys with a light on. I close this place at night by myself." I go, "Oh, so you're not scared?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm terrified, but I still do it." And I go, like, "Oh, wow, okay. They're not paying you enough." She goes, "Who are you telling?"
Oh my
So we go down to that basement, and you get to where they did the satanic rituals, dude. And they leave all the stuff there, so, like they had it. There's no bodies, nothing. But the
pentagram?
The pentagram's there. The candles are there. The energy was so dark, dude.
Oh.
I was just like, this is too much for me. I just can't.
Well, yeah.
Daddy hasn't slept.
I don't blame you.
Haven't slept well since I saw that shit.
You can't go to the dark side. It's like everything in life is like, what do you choose to focus on? The good or the dark, man? Good luck living in the dark like that. Ugh.
But if you like that stuff like I do, like the serial killer stuff, like the artifacts and the Al Capone stuff. Oh, and then they had, this is interesting too, they had Sharon Tate's wedding dress there.
Did I ever tell you?
And then they also had, you tell me this, and Jay was like, Jay, he likes to argue. So he's like arguing with the lady. I'm like, what are you doing? They had, so James Dean in that Porsche, he had I forget what was, a Speedster Porsche. He died in that Porsche, right? So a week prior to that Porsche, he has a meeting in Hollywood with this other actor, and the actor, he pulls up at the restaurant. He goes to meet him. He pulls up at the restaurant, and the actor's like, "Oh, it's a new car." And James Dean's like, "Yeah, I just got it, man." And he explained to him he's a gearhead. He was only like 26 when he died. 26 gearhead, like loved racing, like would actually do races and shit.
Yeah.
So this was a car back then. And the guy, they have him on the video, goes, and it was like a day after James Dean's death. He goes, "This is what's crazy. I met him for dinner last Thursday. That night, I told him before we sat down, he goes, 'Hey, I don't like that car, man.'" And James Dean's like, "What? That's a Porsche Speedster?" And he goes, No, it has nothing to do with the make and model of the car. That car, I'm telling you, if you keep driving like you are, and the vibe that I'm getting from that car, you're not going to be around, dude. You're going to die in that car." And James Dean laughed it off.
He got his head cut off, right? He lost, I think he got decapitated.
He got really messed up. Here's what's interesting about that car. That car, right? The guy who was on the passenger in the car survived, and he's a race car driver. He drove the next day in the race. He died. The person that transported the wreckage in that car, driving it, right? The trailer?
Yeah.
He died driving it.
Really?
He died. The guy transporting the car died.
Fucking weird.
So the car goes missing for, I don't know, years. It's one of the most sought after historical evidence out there.
Yeah.
No one knows where to find it. They somehow trace back to this lady's garage in like, I forget where, somewhere like up north in California. They find parts of the car. They don't know what happened to the rest of it. Zak Bagans, I don't know how much the Travel Channel is paying him, but this dude has money. He buys the actual axle from the car. He's like, for the first time, I'm excited to tell you guys, it's all verified, everything, because those axles have VIN numbers on them. And it's the exact VIN number.
So he only found the axle. He didn't find the car.
No,
they must have taken
they still can't find the car. They can't find the car. The car is nowhere to be found still to this day.
Man,
isn't that shit interesting?
It's interesting. I just can't live in that sort of darkness. Like, yeah, I would tell you, like,
I don't know why I like it. It's like, is something wrong with me?
No,
like the serial killer stuff I like.
No. That's what it is that so that a lot of times people that do that, you want to get closer to the thing that horrifies you.
I like
it's the only way that you can kind of contextualize it.
But why do I like I'll fall asleep to true crime, cold case files.
You want to know how their mind works?
Maybe.
Because the world's so dangerous and it makes no sense. Because life is so hard, right? Like, and intense.
Yeah.
Like when you want to accomplish something, it's so difficult. And then you realize there's a guy like the Idaho murderer that can come into your house and kill the thing you love more than anything, your child. Like, you're like, wait, what? You just did that because you were stalking them for like a month before that, and then you went and killed them in their sleep.
And you know, he went, that psycho, I hate to interrupt you, but you know that more facts came out, that psychopath went to the visual of the victims. He showed up there at the visual.
I'm sure
Showed
they
the
do
visual,
that.
and then he also, there's rumors.
What's the visual? What do you mean the visual?
Vigil.
The vigil.
The vigil, yeah.
The vigil.
He
did?
He showed up at that.
He went to the vigil?
Yeah, went to that.
I don't know, but
they have pictures of him there, though they think it's him.
Psycho.
That's how psycho he is. And then also, there was a rumor forever that he was in contact with the BTK killer because he's still alive. One of the worst people to ever fucking do. I can't stand that guy. He killed kids. But there's rumors that he was in communication with him to help him with the murders. And the BTK killer came out. This is how bad this guy is.
Look at this. You can see.
BTK killer came out and was like, I have nothing to do with this guy. I'm glad the authorities caught his ass. That's him right there.
Dude.
How crazy is that?
Here's
what else is crazy, B.
He wants to be the guy that caused all the problems.
Here's what else is crazy. There was a whole like Facebook or Reddit chat. I think it was a Facebook chat on the murders of, like, they would get tips and information. They found out he had a troll account, and the FBI went back and looked through it, and that's how one of the ways they caught him, that he was getting out facts that they didn't release to the public yet. Like, he gave out the murder weapon. They're like, hold on, who's this guy? And they looked more into it and found out it was actually him getting on there.
Well, he was also, he had
How
his
crazy
DNA. He left his sheet there with his DNA on the
Oh,
blood.
so sloppy. What he did was sloppy.
Why was he so sloppy? Like somebody said, he was a criminal justice major.
Criminology
major, but he was so sloppy. It was like so amazing how much he didn't learn.
Well, you can be a criminology major, but when it comes down and your adrenaline's going, you're killing those kids, like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, he got off on it.
This isn't Dexter, bitch. Like, you're going to make some mistakes. You know how hard it is to cut somebody or cut their throat or whatever he did,
this isn't the
and
only
not
time
spray
he's
the
done
blood?
it. I bet you they're going to find that he was.
Maybe, yeah.
But like, you know, when you realize that there are people like that can destroy everything that's good, and they do it because they get off on they're like artists of pain, they're artists of death. Like, that's how they express themselves. The only thing you can do is figure out a way to get close to it so you can at least put it into your own context. It's so traumatizing.
You might be right. Well, there's that, like, with the killing, because, I mean, it's so fucking terrible and tragic and ruins families and lives. The serial killer thing, I don't know why I'm drawn to it, because then on the other end of that, like, really bad, like, trolls or haters, like, just vindictive, like, really nasty. I turn a blind eye because I can't even understand that.
But that's the same idea. So
but
the same idea of somebody
to me with that, I don't understand it. Like, and I don't want to understand it. I assume they have their own issues. That's why they're directing the hate towards us or to whoever. I don't understand it because the same way I guess I don't understand why that piece of shit in Idaho killed those kids. I don't understand it because those kids did nothing to him. But also when it comes to like me or you, with me, it's like, hold on, you guys want to, but you basically want me to live on the street with my wife and children because I do free podcasts and stand up.
Well, no, that's
you know what
not
I'm saying?
what it is.
But to me, I can't understand it.
There are people. And it never works out. Like, so one of the things that I'm going to tell you like a story about this. Like, so one of the things about being a hater, regardless of what you do, and we all have a critic in us, but it takes all the pressure off you, and you're allowed to kind of like put the world down in one way or another. Yeah. But that becomes, there are people that just, that is how they identify, they get off on it, and they find a community.
That's like their worth.
All of us find a community somehow. Sometimes you find a community in a group of people that have direct their hatred towards someone or whatever it might be.
Toward the Red Sox, it's the Yankees, Tom Brady.
It's what politics
they
does.
have. Yeah,
politics does that, right?
They go in teams.
Yes. So however you identify, that's going to be human, and we all have some of that in us.
But you want to feel part of a tribe, you're saying?
Yeah, but
also,
even
if that tribe's toxic.
But there are people that are just generally toxic. Now, I'll tell you a lesson I learned. When you are that person, when you spend your time doing that and really energized on trying to get revenge or destroy or be destructive,
vindictive,
it will without a doubt, that same destroyer comes back and gets you.
Oh yeah,
it's impossible not to. That is the one thing I know. I don't know much, but that's the one thing after 55 years. When I was an actor in theater school, I was in a class with amazing actors. And I, for a while, had some kind of good victories in class. I kind of had some breakthroughs.
Like auditions or something? Or just
scenes you do that you know you did something, when you surprise yourself. You go, wow, man, I'm learning how to be an actor.
Yeah.
And so what I did after that was old Bryan decided I understood how to act. And I'm just going to sit back and I'm just going to not do scenes for a while. Because you know what, dude? I'm an actor now. And I'll let these other people try. What I enjoyed doing was being
critical.
Oh, I was at the top I'd sit at the top row and I would look down on them and I would criticize them. And I did it to myself. Sometimes I'd have a friend and I'd like say a couple shitty remarks, right? Now, my teachers, one teacher was an Oscar-winning director. Milton Gonzalez directed Bette Davis to a to an Oscar and a number of other people, and he had everybody in that class. Everybody in that class. The Beverly Hills Playhouse, which was actually a Scientology thing. I never got involved in the Scientology thing, but
yes, you did.
But it had some amazing actors. Like people would drop in from Neil Simon to Burt Reynolds to Doris Roberts, huge actors who weren't Scientologists.
Burt Reynolds ever slap you?
I mean, Anthony Hopkins came in a couple times. Okay, so I would sit back and I would criticize. Then I decided to do a scene. Let me do a scene and wow everybody. Now that I've arrived.
Let me show them how it's done.
Yeah, it's like I took a couple learned some wrestling moves from Dominic Cruz in the green room, and now I'm going to try to wrestle with you. What the fuck?
Yeah. Well, that's what you're
know what I'm saying?
to do. But yeah,
now in that case, I'm going to fuck you up. But still, like let me wow the world. I get up and eat a dick. I eat all the dicks in front of 100 people who are all really good actors. I eat all the dicks. I'm doing shit. I'm showcasing. I'm not listening to the person. I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
You think you got it?
Teacher goes like this. He goes, wow, man, you had all this. What were the circumstances? Yeah. You had that going on?
This is in front of Class B?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
He goes, wow. And you're dancing and doing stuff over here? Wow. Just showing us who you are? He goes, not good. Not good. I mean, rip me a new asshole. I was so embarrassed. I was so fucking
He could tell where you're at.
You know what he said to me? He goes, you know why, right? And I go, yeah. And he goes, no, that's not why at all. I've been watching you for the past 3 months. Sit up there like the mayor of this class. Sit up there like you know something everybody doesn't. Because you thought it was okay to take your foot off the gas and you could be up there and just be a critic. And what happened when you got out here, buddy? I was like,
critiqued.
That same critic came back and fucking started critiquing you in the scene. And he was right.
But you know what the difference is, though, B? I'm with you. It's a great example. At least you risked it and put yourself out there. Like my critics, they've never done any of that. Or a lot of those haters have never done any of that to take the, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if Bryan Callen gives me a tip on something, I'm going to listen.
Yeah.
Bryan's been in this way longer than me. You've made the same mistakes I have. I'm going to listen to Bryan because you put yourself out there.
Yeah.
But if you've never put yourself out there and you're a critic, well, then that's where it gets dicey.
Part of social media and part of this whole world is it's just everybody. It's really fun. It's fun to it's fun to be a critic, and it's fun to fucking torture people. Probably, I've not done that, but it's what did I do one time? I was talking about somebody on a podcast, and I forgot that they were a person. They were famous.
A comic?
Nah, I can't remember. But they were famous, and I was going a little bit bad.
Sometimes you and I do that though. Like if they're in the news or whatever, like we'll have fun with it. But it's where we go bad with them.
You realize they're human. You realize that
I've been there, brother.
They feel it.
I know.
And I went, well, you're famous. You have a lot of money, so you must not care. They care.
Yeah.
We all care. You know, I know too many famous people who are like very successful who get so much hate.
Yeah.
The only thing you can do is get the fuck away from it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really hard.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think maybe that's all part of this. Maybe it's all part of the but maybe also you wanna just keep learning and you wanna keep sometimes, by the way, sometimes critics are right. Sometimes critics have some shit to say. I've had plenty of critics who say stuff and I go, fuck, you're right. Like I did Rogan one time and this guy was like, hey dude, can you not fucking talk about all the books you've read? You're flexing for no reason. Like it was so out of context and I was like, God, he was right. Like I was a fucking
sometimes
donut there.
But then sometimes you know, you do read those books and it's nice to know.
I think it might
I'll tell you don't care about critics. Just change the subject. My boy Keto George over there. Let me tell you something about fucking George.
What's up?
And you guys know this story because I've said it 1,000 times, but I'm gonna say it 1,001. When I met Keto George, he called in the king of this thing. He was about 43,000 pounds. And he's like, I'm gonna get down to 190. I said, get to 190, I'll fly you out here, blah, blah, blah. Gets down to 190 a few months later, you know, God willing, through discipline. He comes from nothing in Chicago. Nothing. He's in the outskirts of Chicago, taking care of his mom and dad, you know, and he doesn't have a lot of perspective back then, you know, and he's fallen some hard times, and people in his life have died from drugs, and so he's around that culture. So I wanted to bring out him, show him a different culture. He comes out here, he was an intern, had no skill set. Then my boy Mike Neal was like, hey, I know how to edit, produce, do all this. I'm going to help you out, George. Spends time with George. Shout out to Mike. George lives with Mike. Mike downloads all his info, and he had a ton of info into George. George learns how to edit, produce, make clips, do all these things, run his YouTube, run his own YouTube, social media. He learns the whole gamut.
Amazing.
That's after a month. So the plan was just have him out here a month and be like, all right, dude, hopefully you had fun, you know, hopefully you enjoyed the Thicccboy experience. Have a good day. And the month got done, and Mike goes, dude, he's actually learned a ton. I go, yeah, he can do stuff. He goes, yeah, dude. And this dude works. So I went, interesting. I offered George a full-time gig here, right? So George has a full-time gig. Start off small payment. Now he's worked himself into a straight-up Thicccboy employee. Then my boy Rich Chow goes, hey, we're starting this fight program. It's called Alta, where we're taking people that's never fought before. Maybe they're doing it to lose weight. Who knows? They're just doing it to face their fears. They're going to train for 20 weeks with one of the top trainers in America. And at the end of it, if they want to, they can take a smoker MMA fight. I go, he goes, you have anybody? I go, I think I got a guy would be interested. This guy, Keto George, man, he's a savage. You wouldn't think it. This dude is he's so disciplined. He goes, it's 20 weeks, man, 7 a.m. Monday through Friday. I go, trust me, if it's not far, he'll be there. I signed Keto George up. Tall George, who we just hired at the time, was like, that sounds fun. I want to do it. I go, neither George has no fight experience. Tall George's brother, starting tight end for the Broncos. He's athletic, so it's going to be a little different for him. So they train. It's supposed to be 20 weeks. For whatever reason, with holidays and everything, it gets pushed to over 30 weeks, 7 a.m. Damn. How many people did you start with in that program, George?
Like a little over 20.
And how many people were at the end? 4? 5? Because remember, 7 a.m. You can't miss.
Incredible.
George.
By the way, 7 a.m. training sucks.
It's also kind of great, but every day is a beast.
That.
So, and they're getting their ass kicked. You know, they don't have experience, and they're going with good guys. I show up to some of the practice, help them out. They're there more than 30 weeks because they got pushed. Then they had their fight this last Friday at the Commerce City. I told both Georges before they fought on Friday, I went, I made the joke here, if you lose, you don't come back. Obviously, clearly joking, you idiots. But I texted him, I said, I don't give a shit what happens tonight. What you guys are doing, if you make that walk and you step in that cage, that's all I care about. What you guys are doing, 99.9% of anybody who's ever lived would never put this on the line and enter that cage. I said, you've already won, dude. I don't give a fuck what. If you go in there and you get knocked out, Ben Askren, Masvidal style, I don't care. That'd be terrible. I don't care. But just know, if you can get through the anxiety and nerves, which I know you guys are dealing with right now, I do not care.
Making that walk, you got into a cage.
So they get in there. We have highlights. They get in there, dude. Both of them get in there. Chin told me, like, he saw you walk in the cage and he was like, Georgie, because he was like, obviously we're all scared of you. I was thinking about you guys all day. Chin was like, Georgie, and he said George was like, just swagger.
He was not
swagger out the ass.
He was straight up
Dude, I'm telling you, bro,
professional.
you made that walk and you got in a cage and did an MMA fight. That's more than I've ever
dude.
done.
So
That's
proud.
such a fucking big deal. That's terrifying. Like you're fucking doing an MMA fight.
I told
and it was
George-
real. There were a lot of people there.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was real deal.
If I'd been in town, fuck,
Packed,
man.
too.
Bobby Green was there.
Bobby Green was there?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was supposed to be there. I was on tour, unfortunately, but my boys,
Wow,
so
dude.
I'd send them messages before, and then I helped them with the game plan, get ready for it. But then I was telling them, what they're doing is the perspective and the work ethic and the discipline it took to even get here is unreal. But I know it's like day of the fight. There's nothing worse. The nerves, and they've never competed in any athletics at a high level. I think
I've never done any
football.
sports.
So how do you feel now? How do you feel?
But B, think about this kid. Suburbs of Chicago, small town,
Yeah.
drugs, all this shit. Mom's on, he's taking care of his mom. She's getting help from the government. He comes from that perspective. From that to coming to Thick Boy, one of the best employees we have, one of the most loyal, down-to-earth guys we have. 30 weeks of training at 7 a.m. This isn't a New Year's resolution. 30
And then making
weeks.
the walk to the
and then
to the
fighting
cage.
in a live mixed martial
In a
arts cage. Fuck
And I saw the videos. I mean, you guys are really banging. People are trying to fucking kill each other.
Oh yeah, we were fighting.
So how do you feel now? Like when you woke up the next morning, what's your perspective? What do you think? What are you thinking right now?
The day after, once all the emotions and everything came down, I was just very proud. Like,
Yep. So
like you said, not a lot of people are willing to make that walk. There's
Almost nobody, George.
There's hundreds of people there. How many of them are going to walk to the ring for a fist fight with 5 cameras on them and lights?
I'm not one of them.
Obviously, the outcome wasn't what I wanted, but I listened to my corner. I did good. Like, with what they were telling me, I was either a little bit too slow to react to some stuff.
What was going on in your head when you first got in the cage?
It was really just game time. Like, the lights were on. I don't get really nervous under a bunch of bright lights. I don't know. Once I was there, I'm there. I'm
Do you
in
want to
the
keep
zone.
training? Or what do you?
Of course, keep training.
No more fighting.
Yeah,
I told both him and George, no more fight. I don't need
Yeah.
you fighting. That's stupid. What's the point here?
Yeah.
It's good for them to test themselves this one time. You can do it. You have the cojones, do it. Get out. A great experience. But Bryan, think about this. With everything going on in the world, dude. 400 pounds 2 years ago.
What did
He
happen? What happened?
190. What'd you weigh in at?
196.
Can you
196?
remember? Can you remember what it was that made you just decide you were tired of yourself like this?
When he was 400 pounds?
I was 450. The coronavirus just hit, so we all got locked down. You had to leave the show for a little bit, so I was just stuck with Brendan, getting my inspiration, and just being at home. I had nothing else to do but watch these podcasts and hearing Brendan talk with like Mike Catherwood and Josh Wolf when they came in. That really, it just really, it snapped something in my brain.
Because you said, "Oh, this could be me too."
Yeah, Brendan at the time, he was talking about he was at his max at 271. And in my brain, I'm like, damn, this guy I look up to every day, I watch every day.
He's got body dysmorphia.
Going through the same shit I'm going through.
He's got problem areas. He doesn't like showing his lower tummy.
270 though.
Remember when
it's out of control.
Remember when you get into the octagon and you were all like self-conscious about your little tum
tan.
tum?
I was the only amateur
But make this
fighter
about
that took
George.
my shirt off.
Huh?
I'm the only amateur fighter
Which
that
is
took
so
my shirt off.
fucking
How
ballsy,
gangster is
man.
that?
Yeah, I'm so proud of you, dude.
I got to the ring. I said, I didn't know I could take it off.
Very proud of you. Something about getting naked like that, trying your best. That is worth everything.
So cool, right?
It's worth everything.
Shout out to the outdoor program and Rich Chow for putting
Chow,
together.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
love Rich.
remember stand up. Like I love that expression. All the fun is on the other side of fear, and all the fun is on the other side of fear. And anybody out there,
And that's why you should go to the Zak Bagans Haunted Museum
that's why you should go to the Zak Bagans Haunted Museum or
sign up for military.
do something that you are afraid of and that you think doesn't belong to you. because it does belong to you. You can try it. And even if you don't do it, at least you're in it, man. Sometimes just stepping into the gym for the first time and being like, you're like, it's so scary to walk into a Muay Thai gym or a boxing gym or a jiu-jitsu school at first. It's terrifying. And you don't know how you're going to do it.
Georgie, how do you feel during when you're warming up, like in the back there?
I was definitely
usually the worst time.
I was feeling the nerves. I definitely was. I was exploding a little too much on mitts. Like they're like, calm down.
Hard. Yeah,
they were like,
you don't want to waste the energy.
Yeah, they're like, they would only let me warm up for like a few minutes at a time, and my coach was like, "All right, George, you got to."
My advice for both the Georges, I woke up that morning, I texted him, I said, "Hey, listen, the nerves are gonna be insane before you get to the venue." I said, just to deal with the nerves, what I used to visualize the fight how I wanted it to go, but it would start from, leaving your hotel room, the stuff you need to get. You're talking, you gotta be so detailed. So you go through, you visualize every single thing from, all right, I'm gonna wake up, brush my teeth. You're picturing brushing your teeth. It takes, over an hour. You're just sitting there visualizing.
I'm getting nervous.
Yeah, so
I'm getting nervous right now.
Yeah, so you're going through everything. All right, you're gonna wake up more and fight. The nerves are gonna be there. So you acknowledge the nerves because that's normal. You brush your teeth. You do this. You're gonna get a knock on the door from your head coach, Lisa Bowen. All right, showtime. You ready? Yep. You have all your things. I would lay out I would visualize in my fight shorts and my walkout uniform. I'd just lay on the bed with all my gear on, mouthpiece in. I'd have my gloves on.
So you were doing that so that you would
your brain,
kind of inoculate yourself to the stress, right?
Yes, okay. but also just because when you get there, you've been through it.
Right.
It's kind of familiar. It's not this new territory. It takes the fear out of it. And then when you actually go through, all right, taping my hands, how are you going to feel doing that? And then taping your hands and then getting the octagon. And then when you visualize the fight, you put yourself in the worst case scenario and getting out of it and winning. Then you'd always end the visualization with you getting your hand raised. But I would go through every scenario. All right, what if I go in there, he clips me? How am I going to react? How are you going to feel? What are you going to hear? Like you literally got to go through all that stuff.
Yeah, so you've been there before.
But I would go through every single scenario. Okay, he takes you down. He has you in a guillotine. How are you going to hand fight? What are you going to do? What if he chokes it? What do you do? What's your way out? So you've already gone over the process of, all right, if you catch him in this, I'm going to do this. If he throws a kick, I'm going to do this. You literally go through the whole fight. Whole fight. Hours. I'd spend hours visualizing, going through every single scenario. Every scenario. All right, you get knocked out. I'd visualize all right, you got knocked out. How do you feel like when you get out? What are you going to say to your dad? What are you going to do when you get to the hotel? This is how you're going to feel. How are you going to deal with that? So you go through every single scenario.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Anyone that says MMA is...
I never heard anybody talk about that.
Yeah.
Anyone that says MMA is like a solo athlete sport, there's so much teamwork and
Correct.
so many people around you that are moving gears that are helping you get to here.
And George, that's why when you lost, when you text me like, man, I'm so sorry, I'm like, get the fuck out of it. I felt the same way because there's so many people that put so much energy and time into you. You feel like you're I can handle the loss. I'll figure it out. Trust me. I was more worried about my dad, my brother. They got flights out there. Yeah. They can't sleep at night. My coach who sacrificed time from his kids, the strength condition, Lauren Landau, I'm a guy I've known for 10 years. And here we are. And, I'm this guy that I have his logo on my shorts and he made all these sacrifices to get here. And so when you lose, you're just like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Yeah. And they're like, no. Everyone's like, no. So when you told me sorry, I'm like, George, fuck you.
I feel like everything is easier after you go through that. I really do. I feel like everything is easier when you are an MMA fighter and you got into the cage and you had a real fight with somebody and you lose. I feel like everything after that is
win or
easier.
Lose. Win or lose. It's really not about the result. Win or lose.
Do you think that's what I mean? But don't you think everything after that is not as challenging? I mean, life throws a lot of challenges your way, but
it's just different challenges. Like at least that was a physical thing. But yeah, I hear what you're saying.
It's also like you could die or you could get really
not really.
Up.
I mean, you could get fucked up. That's the scariest thing. That's why when I would win, like when I first started, Mitch Rion, when I choked him out in the first round, or Chris Dusher, Chase Gormley, the Gonzaga fight, after every single win, I say I'm not religious. After every single win, when I wasn't hurt, as soon as I got behind the big drapes that they walk out of, everyone keep going. I'd have to go. I'll catch up. I'd get on my hands and knees and pray. I'd be like, I can't thank you enough that I'm not injured.
Yes.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Did you do that with football?
No.
Because football, I feel like
football's nowhere near scary.
It's not, is it?
Nowhere.
Because you got a team.
You have a whole team.
You're a tight end or you're a fullback. You're kind of.
It was just different. The stakes, don't get me wrong, they're high, but it's not like
you're worried more
fighting.
about your knees.
The fighting,
maybe, less about-
the stakes are so high.
Yeah.
So high.
With those kind of team sports, like you have a game next week. You can't.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't focus on
Exactly.
that loss.
Yeah.
And I was younger back then,
true.
like when I was playing college ball, and even
crazy.
someone like injuries was like I'm invisible. Like it's never gonna
Invincible,
happen.
yeah.
Like nobody thinks about that. Like
Hey, is
Now let me ask you this,
Demar-
George. I sent you because I sent George Cash App money. I go, hey, I'm sending you some money. I sent him a good amount of money. I go, I want you and George to go have a good dinner tonight and get some drinks on me. Did you guys do anything with it, or did you save it and buy a hooker?
I went out. George, he left early to go hang out with his friends back in Burbank.
Makes sense.
So he didn't get to go out. But I went to Korean barbecue, got some soju.
Who'd you go with?
My team, my
Love
fight
it.
team.
Love it.
That's so cool,
Love it.
dude. I'm so proud of you, George.
Winners and losers all together.
I'm really impressed.
Now, tall George, his family's from Croatia, so he walked out in Crow Cop apparel.
Oh,
I told him that's offensive, right? That's offensive. And when we air the video, I'm going to go ahead and edit that out, right?
Well, what if Bryan decided to do an MMA fight?
You?
tonight? Yeah.
They don't have a Masters thing, but I'm sure we could find you an opponent.
And then what would I do? What would I come out in? What would I wear? I'm bad with merch.
No, Fire and Kid
Fire
merch.
and
I
Kid
make all
merch.
your whole walkout.
Okay, all right.
Did you ever see B Shop's walkout that I handled myself?
You had some good.
It said Team Shop. It was
remember.
like Floyd and Mayweather. I had the whole zip up from Echo.
Yep.
And then Echo go, because I demand all this stuff. They go, we don't really do that. How about we send you the suits and we'll pay for you to design it what you want on the back? Go, good enough.
Yeah.
I put so much energy in that because that'd take my mind off the fight. That's
Yeah.
why I was always focused on how I
Oh,
looked.
that's interesting.
Because I could
You were
focus.
more into fashion.
Oh, dude.
Fashion took your mind
I'm a
off
gay
things.
man. Yeah, I'm a gay
You
man.
are a gay man, and that's fine too. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I'll doll up. Now I'd have to train. I'll probably have to go on TRT. I mean, I would imagine.
Well, we're going to test you, but sure, go ahead.
Yeah. Well,
You have shin guards on because amateur.
yeah. I got shin guards. Daddy
so
uses kicks.
Covers the psoriasis, right?
No psoriasis.
Well,
anymore.
we'll see, and you're pretty stressed, so it might
Oh,
flare
you
up.
get stressed.
You're stressed. Also, other thing we got to worry about.
I'm already nervous. I'm already nervous.
Here's
Thinking
another
about it.
thing we got to worry about. Your teeth and Invisalign, which you think are straight, which is hilarious, but let's go with that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Not straight.
Yeah.
Still
Two more
yellow.
trays.
Still
buddy.
yellow.
Two
Sure.
trays.
I don't care if
Getting them whitened.
Sure.
Getting them whitened and manicured. Keep going.
Okay, well now
I'm gonna have beautiful teeth.
you got better teeth than me. Congrats.
In 20 days, be ready. My birthday, January 26th. I'm gonna have some beautiful teeth.
I'm jealous.
Well, I need you to start taking your tooth regimen.
But here's, yeah,
seriously.
never happening. But here's the thing, B. You're gonna sign up for this fight, and your chiclets, they're beautiful. You put a lot of time in them.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna punch you in the fucking mouth,
Well,
which I want.
But I got my mouth guard.
Yeah, sure.
And
Yeah,
I'm a cobra. My head never stops moving.
fair point.
Now, let's not put me in there with somebody who's young and very athletic. Let's get me in there with
No,
somebody
we'll
who's-
see. There's not a lot of people out there, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I do all your merch game.
Yeah.
I have so many fans asking us.
I'm literally nervous about what do you have fans?
Oh,
asking?
just the visualization thing makes me
I'm
nervous.
nervous.
Going through that.
I'm nervous thinking about it.
I never forget those days. I'd be at MGM Grand, waking up at 6 a.m., 5 a.m., can't sleep. And you're just sitting there. And I used to work with these coaches that have you do that. And I'm just sitting there trying to breathe. And then you just picture yourself getting kicked in the face, knocked out. You're like, oh, God, I got to get out of this headset.
Yeah.
I get this headspace. I got to fucking get out of this, man.
I laid out all my gear like Deion Sanders prime time on the ground. Like I set it all out like I was about to wear it.
That's what I would do. I would wear it, George. I would wear it, and my gloves from the last fight. I would save people like, to autograph. Like, no. I would save them so I could put those on because they're tight. And I'd wear them. I'd put everything on. And I'd just lay there so I could feel.
I might shave my body down and
I'd
come out in
sweat.
body paint.
That'd be cool.
Yep.
Oh no, what you should do is you could do all that, and then like the old school boxers will write a sponsor. We'll have them pay to write on your back.
That's right. On my back and my tummy.
Yeah, like
and my chest.
wrinkles.com.
Yep, rinks.com.
Or your OnlyFans.
And Mutt and
No, we
Mutt
debut
Boy.
your
Mutt Boy.
OnlyFans. No, we put your OnlyFans account on your back. We draw it in.
My OnlyFans, I feel like I'll starve. I don't think anybody is going to tune into the OnlyFans.
Well, there's only one way to find out. But also, and then on your butt, like the old school days, you put Condom Depot.
There's that. My
used to do that, by the
my
way.
friend's wife was into old men. She would watch porn with old dudes having sex.
How old?
Like they had gray hair and they were 70, 75. She was into that.
And what's that called? What kind of porn is
I
that
guess
called?
it's GILF. Grandpa, I'd like to fuck porn.
And she was into that?
I guess there are women
Dude,
out there.
if I
that like
discovered my
that. I
girl's
don't
in
know.
that, I'd be disgusted with her.
Yeah. Not me. I'd be like, thank God I have. There's hope for me.
Well, no, we don't need to know your girl's into gilf porn because she married a gilf.
That's very true. And I say to her a lot, all bullshit aside, I look at her and I go, the other day I was like, how the fuck? I saw a picture of myself and I was like, that's a bad angle. And she goes, no, that's what you look like. And I was like, how are you attracted to me? Like I am.
You go, you're disgusting.
I'm disgusting.
Dude, how about, you'll love this, speaking of porn, how about in Vegas was the AVN Awards?
Yeah.
And all the porno stars were staying at our hotel. I was like, I know her. I know her. And I was like, man, I wish I had their trading card. Have them autograph it. Like a UFC fan. Like, hey, could you just sign on right there for me? Across the tits.
So you recognize some of them.
Oh, I recognize some. And then there's this large black gentleman, about 6'7". And he's with a short white girl. And Jay goes, is there basketball in LA? I'm like, what? Because Jay doesn't watch porn like I do. I go, what? He goes, look at that giant guy. I go, oh, no. That's Derek from black.com. I've seen his work.
Derek from
Black. And Jay goes, he doesn't play basketball? I go,
awesome.
He doesn't, but he's dunking.
Bring him up.
Hey, he's dunking.
Derek?
He's dunking those nuts in her small butthole.
And
I've seen it.
He's got a piece.
And he slams it home. He'll break a rim now.
Blacked. His name is Black. Is it sure it's Black because you're the worst with names?
Derek Dozer?
Yep.
Let me see Derek Dozer.
Oh, you guys thought I was making it
That's
up?
gonna suck, dude. I don't
No, just go to images.
Dude, well
Go to
done.
images.
I thought no way.
I don't know.
There's a Derek Dozer on black.com, dude. And Jay goes, is the NBA in town? I go, no. But they both.
Okay, there he is. Derek's got a piece on him. Derek's got an absolute hunk of AT&T cable on him.
Yeah, I've seen all his work.
That is
gigantic.
I've seen all his work.
Is he? That's not him though, right?
This is him, right?
Yeah, that's him, dude.
Oh,
That's
Derek.
Derek.
Well, his
Dozer.
dick is as large as I am.
That might be Anton or Antoine, I think.
Pipe dream. Lord have mercy, Derek Dozer. Okay. Well, either way, I'm impressed. Very well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, either way, I recognize him. I'm ashamed of myself. And Jay thought he was a NBA basketball player, and I said, no.
Yeah.
But he slams it home.
Okay. All right.
Dunks nuts and butts.
I'm impressed you know this.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Yeah, I'm impressed. Also,
There he is, director Derek Dozer. All right.
I'm impressed also.
Oh, that's the guy. That's who
You've seen
saw.
his work.
No, right there.
Yes.
Bring him up next to that blonde girl right there.
Here?
No, go down.
The one with
Go
the
down, go
giant
down.
dick.
To the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Right there. Bring that up.
We can't show any of this on screen, by the way.
No, the other guy, buddy. The other guy.
Which one? You said
to the
left.
left, right there. No, go to the right, go to the right, go to the right. No, to the right.
Oh.
Right there. That's who you saw.
Correct.
I've decided.
And that was the girl.
Look, man, he's an impressive man. These guys are studs, and if I was a gal, I'd be way more into that guy than me. I know that's a shock,
And most are.
and most are. And I cannot blame them. I wouldn't even know. If I caught my girl with a guy like that, I wouldn't even. What am I going to say? How dare you? You're not into medium and wrinkled.
This guy's way bigger.
That
than
guy has the
Derek
same
Dozer.
hairline as you, but look at his wiener.
He's way
Yeah.
bigger than Derek Dozer.
Yeah, that's a large.
Bigger wiener.
Yeah.
Not size.
No, that's a crazy wiener.
The only reason I recognize Derek is from his height.
These guys, boy, they the women are beautiful too. They're very, very attractive.
This fucking guy's
Yeah. There's
Hard
a
hitting
job.
pipes.
It's insane.
Man. It is insane.
Those guys they're busy. Jack Slayer and a guy named Pressure. The other guy's name is Pressure.
Applies a lot of pressure.
And then Ella Reese was the lucky winner.
Point is, I saw them. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm sure. It must have been
I had them
quite the
autographed
scene.
by Hoodie.
Quite the scene. Did you get recognized by any of them?
By the big black guys? No.
Okay, by any of the ladies?
No. Only got to get recognized by the lead singer of Imagine Dragons.
Oh, really?
We're on the same flight together, and he was with his gorgeous
He's
girl.
awesome.
He's with Mika Kelly now. And I saw her. Of course, I recognized her. I'm like, I go, where did I know her from? And then he has shades on because we're flying on the same plane.
Dan Reynolds.
Dan Reynolds, great guy. And he lowers his glass. He goes, are you Ben Shaw? I go, that's me, my man. I go, how do I know? He's like, Dan, Imagine Dragons. I go, the band? He goes, yeah. Oh, shit.
And you talked
We're
to him
friends.
for a while.
Yeah,
He looks athletic and
That's what I told him. Because he goes, I just started jiu-jitsu. I go, with your frame, man, you're going to be a problem. He's taller than I am.
Really?
Thin, taller than I am. 6'5", Bryan.
What? And a voice
He's
like
a Vegas
that.
kid.
Stud.
Whoa, look at this.
No, he's a big fella, man. He's a muscular fella. Look at his body. I'm sure he doesn't get girls at all. I'm sure girls don't like him at all.
You know who Mika Kelly is?
No, insanely
Bring up
talented.
Mika Kelly.
Look at him. Look at his
Or Chin.
build.
Yeah, he just got a divorce.
Fucking awesome,
sucks.
man.
Yeah, he lives in L.A. now, but he's a Vegas boy. He's going
Wow.
to do a show, and then we were going to meet up for drinks at a hotel, and then I got done too
Oh
late.
Jesus, she's what's the word? Yeah, gorgeous. Yeah.
I think she used to date Derek Jeter.
Okay. What does she do? She's just hot as
Actress.
shit.
She's an actress, yeah.
Okay.
And obviously not from this planet, so that's cool.
She is not from this planet, and that is cool.
Yeah.
Oh, she did date Trevor Noah. I remember that.
All right. Well, so she's she dates high value males, quote unquote. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well,
Derek Jeter,
congratulations.
John Mayer.
Congratulations to you, sir, for being on top of the world. She dated a lot of guys: John Mayer, Derek Jeter, and Trevor.
Now, let's say you didn't know their net worth or what they did for work. Derek Jeter would be the last guy you pick for her to
that
date
is
on.
correct.
He looks like shit.
I was
there.
getting older, and but I told you I was with him in Las Vegas, and it was Mark Wahlberg, it was Will
Take it
Ferrell,
easy. Take
it
easy.
was
What were you doing
Derek
there?
Jeter.
Why were you with these great gentlemen?
I was just there.
Why were you there?
I run with a cool group. I was there for I believe the Manny Pacquiao fight when he fought Cotto. I believe that's what it was.
Okay, so you're there.
Either way,
she's distracting. Get
I
off the
think it was
screen, kid.
after they shot the other guys.
Get off the
maybe. I
screen.
don't
All
know.
right, fine. Hold on.
But I tell you, I have never seen, and Derek Jeter was, I think it was last year playing or something. I have never seen women react to a man that way.
Hey, man,
I'm not.
was your dick dripping?
I'm not as big a baseball fan. I know he is, but
That dick
I'm
drip?
telling you,
Your
Bubba,
dick
I've
drip a little?
never- No, I didn't get any leakage, but
No dick drip?
I've never seen that in my life.
Which is weird.
I mean, Will Ferrell, as famous he was, Mark Wahlberg, didn't matter. They were like I think I told you that we were all. They were at a different table. I was over at this table now, and then they were over
I mean,
here.
you were at the same restaurant.
I wasn't. No. We went to.
An event.
Yeah, I think we went to the fight together, and then like I was walking with them, right? And then when we went to the nightclub, they were over here. Bubba, I'm telling you, the women that were being brought up to Derek Jeter, like in groups to meet
He's
him.
known for it.
I was like, that's the craziest shit I've
Well, when
ever
you're
seen.
the captain of the New York Yankees, that's one of the benefits.
But
Aaron Judge, get your mind right.
I was standing next to him, and a woman came up. She was working at the venue, and she had a wedding ring, big wedding, big time, beautiful, gorgeous,
Her tits are
gorgeous.
Her tit leak.
And she said, "You don't remember I met you?" And she was talking to him, and she was so smitten. He's got no game.
Oh, look at him.
Doesn't have to.
No.
But he's just listening to her, and you could see that she was like, even though she was wearing this big rock, she was just in love with the guy. Like, that's a weird thing. I've seen that with Messier, Mark Messier, who was
Yeah.
the captain of the Rangers.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Saw that with him, and I saw that with. That's the only time I've ever seen where I went, oh, there are some guys that can have sex with all the girls right now,
Even if they're
including the
married.
ones- It doesn't matter.
No,
It's
Derek Jeter,
unbelievable.
all he has to be like, yeah, you like the month of October? Like, yeah, they call me Mr. October.
They call me Mr. October.
Are you Reggie Jackson? No, I'm not that old fuck. I'm the new Reggie
I'm
Jackson.
Derek Jeter, one of the
I
best.
show up.
One of the best to ever do
Are
it.
you like A-Rod? Difference is
I'm the
I show
captain
up.
of the Yankees, and you're right.
Yeah.
He's clutch.
Yeah, my dick
He's
drips. My dick
clutch.
drips around him. I'm not afraid to admit
Yes.
it, dude.
Now,
My
are
dick
you
could drip.
watching any football? Do you watch any football?
You know what the thing is? The fish have taken over my life yesterday. I was busy cleaning the tanks.
You got to be joking.
I didn't see an ounce of football.
You
until I
gotta
saw
be
the
kidding.
red zone at night. I saw nothing yesterday.
That's amazing that you're that into.
Because I just got the puffer fish and I got to take care of them. And now here's the thing about puffer fish, and I did it for my son. He's like, "Dad, can you please get them?" I'm like, they're cute as shit. I'll give you that. So I got them. Here's the problem. They eat live shrimp. I'm like, okay, well, I don't have live
Wait. The puffer fish do?
Yeah, they only like live crustaceans. It's a problem, dude.
Do you have to now breed shrimp?
Dude, so I go,
Fuck you and your dumb fish.
I know.
Fuck.
I'm mad at myself.
This is the third podcast we've talked about fucking fish.
But puffer fish are cool. Come on.
I get it, dude. But
Come on, puffer
you
fish?
sent me the video on the puffer fish. But
Puffer
if I
fish?
get one more video of a fish that you're now buying,
Wait. Now, did I put one on layaway? A flowerhead? Yeah, I did.
what's a flowerhead?
The most aggressive cichlid out there.
It's a cichlid?
Cichlid. Now you got to get. Now they had a full grown one, but a flower horn.
Flower horn.
Yeah.
They have a big.
I'm going to need you to be more careful.
Look
with-
how dope he is, dude.
He's aggressive.
Aggressive.
What's that? Does he have a giant brain? What the fuck is with that big bulb on his head?
Mega mind.
He's got mega mind?
Check out the big brain on.
Is that how big he is for real? Is that how big they get?
No.
No, that's fake. No,
Okay.
but like this. Look, full grown, probably like this, B.
With a giant brain.
Now here's the
Megamind.
thing. That's fake.
Is that ChatGPT? Does he have like artificial intelligence in his head? What the fuck is going on here,
This is crazy.
bro?
No, I do. Do I buy them? Do I get extra channels on my TV? Yeah, I do. From the antenna.
That's crazy.
But he's uber aggressive.
Of course
So
he
you got to
is.
be careful because the reason I'm waiting on this juvenile because he has the white ick. You know what white ick is? It's
No.
basically
Let
it's
the
a flu.
viewers get a piece of paper so they can write
Yes,
this down because
it's
they
the
love
flu.
fish.
It's the flu for fish. They recover after 5 to 7
They
days.
get the flu?
It's called white ick. It's a problem.
White
Very
ick?
contagious.
You annoy me with all your
Because I'm an expert. No, very contagious.
White ick.
So the flower horn I wanted had the white ick.
Wait,
but
what's that doing?
I gotta wait 5 days.
It's kissing him.
Let's just take a little nibble.
Trying to see the size difference.
They're huge. They're big. I have Oscars too. Oscars get a foot long,
They
dude.
say it bites like a piranha. Now watch what happens when he tries to catch this fish. Probably bite him. They bite like a piranha.
Flower horns are sick. The one they had that I was gonna buy, but they're like, "Do you have fish his same size?" I go, "No, they're all juveniles." I go, "Oh, he'll eat them all and kill them." The one they had in the tank, he's by himself. I'm like, "Who's it by himself?" They go, "Oh, why? Walk up to the tank." I'm like, "Why?" They're like, "Just walk up." I walk up. He's ramming the tank with his big nut sack on his head. Boom, boom. I went, "He's fantastic."
What was he
I go,
trying
"Do you
to
have
get
a
at you?
Oh yeah, one to fight.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
That fish is aggressive toward a giant man?
yeah. How cool is that? So I got his son. I got the baby one.
How to treat ick.
Dude,
Raise the
you don't want your
temperature
fish to get the ick. They're white
Add aquarium
spots.
salt to the water. Add medication to the water. Remove any carbon in the filter before beginning any treatment, as it will render the medication useless.
Daddy always has them. I already have the medication just in case any of my fish get it.
White spot.
But here's the problem, B. Back to the pufferfish. They want live crustaceans because they have those beaks, those teeth.
Yeah.
So they don't want soft food because it helps, because you can't take
Clean
them to the
their teeth.
dentist. It cleans the teeth and makes sure they don't
Sure.
become longer. So he goes, "Hey man, the pufferfish you bought, we've only been feeding live shrimp." I go, "Well, that's not happening. Can I give them the frozen shrimp?" He goes, "You can try. They're pretty picky." This morning I wake up, I drop in the frozen shrimp. These little bastards just watch it like, "Hey bitch, where's the real deal?"
They want real stuff.
So after I leave here, I go buy real shrimp.
You got to buy real shrimp.
It's exhausting.
Now you're gonna have to make
fucked
a
up.
lot of. You have to make a lot of trips. You're gonna have to go there every day to get live shrimp.
Until I buy another tank and start raising shrimp. I made a mistake.
What kind of shrimp are they?
They're little krill shrimp.
So you got to feed them krill. You got
Live.
to raise
Live.
krill.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna have 5 tanks in the house.
4. Well, I'll have 5 in March. I'm in saltwater in March. Oh, and the guy from Tanks reached out to me. The head host reached out to me.
way.
Yep.
Awesome.
Said, "Let's get you a tank." I
He's
said,
from
"Say
Tanks?
less." Tanks. Huge show.
Tanked.
Tanked.
Tanks.
Massive show.
It was a big show.
It's off air now.
You get
15 seasons.
Really? You get everything wrong, don't you? I mean, just your name. is
Tanks.
terrible.
Tanked.
My,
I didn't watch the show.
My brother-in-law and my nephew are like, he said Nebuchadnezzar or something, or Neymar. Like you called him
Niedermeyer.
you called him
Niedermeyer.
No,
They
we've
were
been over
laughing
this.
so hard.
Yeah, that's funny.
All soccer fans were like, "What the fuck?" Now,
Oh,
wait,
no.
wait, what were we talking about? What were we
You don't
talking
know their
about?
name either. That's the best part.
What were we talking
You
about
didn't say
before?
shit.
I know Messi and fucking.
Yeah, we
I
all know
the guys.
Messi and Ronaldo. Outside that, you and me don't know
And-
shit.
and the other guy.
Oh, I don't know Pulisic.
And the French
'cause
guy.
He's American.
The French guy,
Mbappe.
Mbappe. All right, wait. What about wait? We were talking about something else before we got into this shit.
Point is, I'm Bubba Gump. I raise shrimp now.
Bring us. What do you got, Tim?
What?
Bring us
we're
to
talking about something else.
current events. See what we got.
So you guys mentioned
Damar Hamlin.
Yeah, Damar Hamlin. So he's apparently doing better.
I know
He actually tweeted or
Post a
someone
picture,
tweeted,
too.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
happy.
So,
How about Buffalo Bills return the first kickoff?
It's incredible.
Yeah.
What a way to.
The power of sports. Here's the
What
thing:
a
you
way.
motivate pros to get going, Bubba. I would put a lot of money on the Bills winning it all.
Is that
they have
him
a
right
reason
Yeah.
to go? Yeah.
That's him. From
Is
from
there-
critical condition to now like responsive, and he's actually awake, and yeah, that's amazing.
Do we think he'll play again? We don't know.
Not this year.
Not this year. No.
I bet eventually he does. Not this
so.
year.
I hope so, man.
Hey, God is good. Give it
God
up,
is
dude.
good, brother. God is good. God is good.
And also, most people want the person that gave the CPR to Damar Hill, or
They want him to be like in the Hall of Fame, right?
yes, in the Hall of Fame. And this is the guy right. Hold on, 1 second.
Your boy.
Okay, Damar Hamlin's
Yeah.
this guy, Denny Killington.
That's what he's trained for. God
I
bless.
guess he was giving CPR for a long
That's what
ass
he
time.
said. That's what he's
6
trained
minutes.
for.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't stop. You do
Yeah.
not stop.
Can't
So-
stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop.
They
Which would
gave
be
him
good.
one of the touchdown balls too during the last
So,
Bills
hey,
game.
give him money.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Bills, give him.
Pay his mortgage.
Money.
Pay his mortgage off.
Yeah, buy his house off.
Buy his house off. You my friend?
He would never do this, but the Bills Mafia is so rabid. They could start a GoFundMe for him, and he could pay his house off. Guarantee it.
100%.
Hey, Bills Mafia, do that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, do that.
He deserves it. Yeah, for sure. What's
Your
up?
boy Aaron Rodgers got knocked out.
Yeah, I know.
Denver won yesterday. Were you excited about that?
No, I hate them
Why?
because they're so bad. But you know, I
But
wish
your boy from the Seahawks is now their quarterback.
my
Why?
boy. He's ruined the program.
What do you mean?
We pay him too much fucking money now. He forget. There's
like
one
$150
problem.
million
There's one problem. Happy. He's no good.
Come on. What happened?
It's from Happy Gilmore.
Just a
reference.
messed up offensive scheme. I don't know football.
No, he's just not playing well. He's not. He's not himself.
Is it because
He's
got
thrown.
paid so
He's
much
thrown
money?
more interceptions than he has. He has more bathrooms in his
Isn't that a
house.
thing when they get this crazy contract? A lot of times,
It's the guarantee money. If you look at all the top guys who are guaranteed money, they kind of suck.
isn't that weird?
You know what's worse than football? Baseball. When those boys get those guaranteed contracts,
Yep.
they just like, thank you.
I know.
Oh no, another strikeout. Oh.
Yep. You got so much to manage. You got the view. You get to go home.
But isn't it? It's complicated, right? Because you want the players to get money, but then when they do get money, they're not as good. But then you look at Hamlin, it's like he's not set. So you
Listen.
can see why players want guaranteed money.
The enemy at the irony is the enemy at the door is comfort and
Success.
certainty and comfort. Certainty and comfort. You got to be a little bit fucking uncomfortable.
Hey, B,
all the
Spotify
time,
comes to
bro.
us. They're not, but Spotify came and said, "Hey, we'll give you 500."
Where do I sign? Wait. What did you say? Sorry.
Spotify says,
Where do I sign? I'll sign. What do you?
We'll give you $5.
I'll do
See?
it.
You don't let me
Huh?
finish. $5.
No.
You'd be so disappointed.
Yeah.
But if they came to us and gave us 500 million,
I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now.
Yeah. But how often would you do the show? Would you still do it twice a week?
Look, dude. If $500 million, if they said you have to poison Brendan's fucking
One of
Phil's
his many
coffee,
drinks.
It's going to take a long time. Just put this, wear a ring. I would be like, that's fucking outrageous. How much? Like, and you would die. But I would.
But do you think if what Spotify said this? Hey, we can give you 500 mil. We don't give a fuck. Do the show once a week or 5 times a week. It's up to you guys. Do you think we continue to do it as many times as we do? Do you book guests?
I think we do. I think you and I would love it.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I don't know.
It'd take
That's a good
pressure
question.
off
But
of
that's
us.
a good question.
Well, I don't do this. I mean, yeah, the money's great, but that's not why we started it.
No.
Not at all.
We never made
We've had
money
it-
doing
No.
it. I never expected to make money.
Yeah.
I expected to try to sell tickets, but I never.
Yeah.
I never,
Yeah, that's it. We never started for money.
I gotta get better
Also, what else would you
making
do,
money,
B? What else would you know what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't have this, what would you do? Just sit around your mansion all day in your underwear?
No, I'd lose my mind.
I'll probably start a haunted mansion like Zak Bagans.
What would I do? You know what I would do? You want to really know what I would do?
Not
I
really,
swear
because
to God.
it's gonna be so stupid and boring.
I know you're gonna.
What do
you know what I would do?
I'm gonna write.
No,
I'm gonna write
no,
books.
No, I'll give you 3 guesses.
Travel the world.
Nope. I get 3 guesses. I really think I would do this. Think about what I would do.
Invest in your boxing or wrestling career.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I would get a
What
black belt
waste
in
of fuck-
jiu-jitsu.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. Because you can't pay for that.
What do you mean? I would train all the time.
You'd have trained 24/7.
So what? I can do that. I train all the
You would want it. I'm telling you, you wouldn't want to do that because
could-
it's going to take 10 years minimum. So how old are you
time.
right now?
Black belt?
10 years minimum.
Hey, do you know how fast I pick up on shit?
Oh, it
bro?
doesn't matter.
We haven't tussled since I had my first lesson.
But B, let's go through this. You have $500 million.
yeah,
And you think black belts are the key.
yeah.
10 years minimum.
And I'm wrestling. And I'm doing some wrestling.
That's
on
10
the
years
side.
minimum.
Don't forget that.
So you know who got their black belt in 10 years?
10 years,
BJ
okay.
Penn.
No, he got it in 5. First of all, you got to be more accurate. Number 2.
Bring that up.
Number 2. Number 2. You fuck. I'll get my black belt in 5 years.
No, not chance.
I'll go down.
Oh, you could buy one for sure.
No. I'll go down
Like
and
a
train
legit
with John Donahoe.
No. Oh, John's definitely not giving you a black
No,
belt.
John
under 30
is
years.
giving me my black belt. Oh,
3 years?
Oh.
BJ got in 3
yeah,
years?
bro. Yeah. So I'll give myself 5 because I'm pretty smart and I pick up on shit. And as my tennis coach said, Brian's a sponge. So fuck you.
Well,
I don't like
hey,
your attitude. Get your fucking hand out of my face.
Hey, you know why your tennis coach says that, right?
Keep your
Hey,
hand down.
You're a sponge. Pay me. Pay
You
me.
say that
Hey.
about Wayne McCullough too? My boxing's stupid.
Oh, all day. Hey, pay me. Hey, Brian, you should spar. Pay me.
Put
Hey,
your hand-
pay me. And you're stupid enough to do it.
Dude, I'm telling you
Hey,
right now.
Hey, You stupid.
I'm telling you right now.
Hey, look at me.
I'm telling you right now.
You stupid.
Dude, I'm a fucking Dominic Cruz disciple now.
Okay.
You,
Let me just move this. If you're feeling froggy, move my Diet Coke.
What's up?
Not much, dude.
Everything
hey,
all right?
You ready for this?
What?
You're a grown man with kids, right?
Yeah.
Look at me. You stupid. That offend you? Hey.
You out of your fucking mind? Oh, what happened? You flinched, bro.
Leave that.
Bop. It's not bad. Bang, bang, there. That's where it comes.
Nope.
So, see,
No, I'm covered by the mic.
That's where it comes. That's where it comes, right? Bop, bop. It's double, tap, bang.
Block.
And now your face, your nose is even flatter, right?
Well, Dominic didn't teach you any of this.
What? Teach me what, dude? Teach me fucking what? Yeah. See? Push it this way, and now where am I? Now we got some problems, right?
If I get up.
Now we got some problems, right, Sunshine?
Hey, if I get up, I'm going to yank those Invisalign out, and you're not going to have a good day. Right?
Got a new sweater on, so I want to stay
I know
calm.
you do.
I
I'm
wanna
trying to
stay
be
calm.
cool because you're going to start sweating.
I know, but you got to watch your tone.
You stupid.
Let's go to current events right now before I get fucking...
You're stupid.
Don't say it again. Don't say it again, because that part also is being conditioned. And I will ride your fucking body with my shin.
You stupid. I don't know what that is. Dude.
That's when I start getting fucking... When I start throwing different chain wrestling, I go... That was 5 different
through the
moves.
different gears. Mm-hmm. Hey, you know what happened if you got $250 million? Can we split it? Well, you probably get $100 million, right? Because
sure.
I do most of the legwork. But so if you got, let's say, $10 million out of the 500.
Hey, bro.
So I'm just,
what the fuck are you
negotiating
doing?
here.
What do you mean?
So if you got 500,
how do you get all the money?
So if you got
how'd
50,
that happen?
if I give you $50,000 after the $500 million we made,
bro,
after your cut,
bro.
Wait, I don't
understand.
You think you would dedicate your life to jiu-jitsu?
Jiu-jitsu. Say
That's
jiu-jitsu.
what makes me laugh.
Say jiu-jitsu.
You think you would dedicate your life to jiu-jitsu?
I get bored, wouldn't I?
Those days have
I'd have a gi for different days. I'd go gi, no gi. No.
Your instructor like, very good. $700. Thank you, sir.
It was like Rashad, who remember Rashad, who's Tony, what the fuck is his name? Jesus Christ.
I know Rashad who you're talking about. Was that Boxer?
Yeah, and he was Tony.
Jeffries?
No, who's the MMA fighter? Oh my God,
Tony Ferguson.
Tony Ferguson's striking coach. And I said to Rashad, I go, man, teach me how to, because Wayne had gone to Vegas. So I was like, so I was asking him how to slip and all that and why we train. And finally he's teaching me and he goes like this. He just stops. He goes, he goes like this. He goes, Bryan, you old as fuck. like in other words, I can't. He goes, you're old as fuck. He goes, I mean, if you really want to work, we could do it sometime. And I was like, oh man. I was like, damn. He's like,
Bryan, you old as fuck.
He's exhausted even talking to me about it. Yeah.
What else you got, Jim?
Okay, so this is super cool. He's a friend of the show, a friend of all of us. Jelly Roll has the #1 country radio song in the world right now.
Jelly Roll pens emotional message to fans after earning his first #1 at country radio. I do this for y'all.
Shout out, man.
How amazing is that, dude?
Our boy.
It's such a huge accomplishment.
He's so talented, man.
Yeah.
I love that dude.
Son of a sinner.
Yep.
Great song too.
One of my favorite songs.
Wow.
So who did he beat out? Like everybody?
Everyone. Yes.
Like Morgan
I don't know.
Wallen, everyone.
Yeah.
Damn.
Morgan Wallen has different records, but as far as country
songs.
radio right now, Billboard #1.
Son of a sinner.
Great.
Son of a
Have
sinner.
you haven't heard that
I have
song,
heard
you?
it. I'm gonna,
And co-written by Ernest, who is also amazing as well.
it's a great song. I'm going to listen to that on the way home. When I go to work out in the rain. I don't take time off. I don't take out how long it is.
Have you guys watched the Joe Rogan podcast with Dave
I
Portnoy?
posted this. I said I've watched this over 10 times. I couldn't get enough of it. Because you know how Rogan gets?
Yeah.
So him and Dave Portnoy really don't know each other. And Dave was talking about how Tommy Fury's not a real boxer. And Rogan goes, bring him up. And he's talking there and he goes, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. He goes, you're fucking high. You're telling me he's not a real boxer? And then Dave's just like, not to me. But he was great.
Yeah, it was. He was like, no, shut the fuck up and watch.
He goes, shut the fuck up. I was like, oh, there he is. Yeah.
I liked Portnoy. I liked listening to him.
No, it was a great podcast. Yeah. But
So Portnoy began, Tommy Fury is not a real boxer, no chance. Rogan reacted, of course he's a real boxer, professional boxer. Is he a world champion? No, maybe he is. Is he? He's not. Portnoy replied, no, I saw Tommy Fury box. He's not a boxer. To which Rogan said, well, he's definitely a boxer. Portnoy interjected, well, he puts on gloves. Porno is funny, dude.
Yeah.
Rogan King, he's definitely a boxer, but is he a boxer like his brother? No. Well, of course not. Listen, I see what Dave is saying, but it's tough when you have no background in fighting, and then you're calling a guy who actually risks it and does fight. You should call him not a boxer. You can say he's not a skilled boxer. You can say
does Jake Paul beat his ass, or
yes,
we don't know?
Knocks him out in 2 rounds.
Oh, really?
100%.
It's just
easy work for Jake.
Really? Because Tommy just doesn't have the experience, just not as good.
They're about the same experience. I think 6 or 7 fights,
Right.
but it's just
Tommy doesn't want that.
It sounds like they're gonna do it, but
okay.
it's he's backed out twice now. So
Now, would Tommy have his brother?
they can't come to the States.
Oh, but his brother would probably coach him.
I don't know. The last one he didn't. Something was up with it. Sounded like the family told him not to take it.
Yeah,
It'd be a bad fight for Tommy.
Yeah.
But just because Jake can beat him doesn't mean Tommy's not a boxer.
Yeah.
I think Rogan's point was disrespectful because Dave has no background. Because Dave was talking about how Justin Gaethje threatened to beat him up, and he doesn't know who he is. And Rogan was like, "Well, he's the most violent man in the UFC." He's like, "Holy shit! You think you'd like beat up a guy from the streets?" And Rogan was like, "No, but I'd watch your P's and Q's around him." And Dave was like, I get that. And he goes, "But saying he can beat up me doesn't say much." He's like, "Your producer could beat me up." He goes, "I've never been in a fight." He's like, "Okay, so you can beat my ass. You're a professional. I've never been in a fight."
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yes, you would definitely not want to fight Justin Gaethje.
No, God.
By the way, you don't want to fight Justin Gaethje if you've been fighting.
No.
One of the cool things about Dominic Cruz is that Dominic Cruz was talking about how he's trained his whole life, one of the greats, and he was talking about like he knows John Jones, and John Jones was joking around one time, or kind of first time he ever met him. John goes, "Come on, man," just kidding around like that. Dominic was like, "Get the fuck away from me! I'm not going to even pretend to spar with you."
No,
like it's just a physics thing. Some dudes are. Doesn't matter. I think when you're Dominic Cruz or somebody and you fight at 135, you're more aware of your limitations and also your skill set than anybody else, especially people who don't fight.
Well, I mean, John Jones is the greatest of all time. He's 240 pounds.
50 pounds. Yeah,
then.
Exactly. Yeah.
You could be a brain surgeon and figure that out.
No, but I mean, I think the more you fight, the more aware you are of your own limitations. Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
What else you got, Jen?
We kind of talked about this on Shop Show, but I think it's worth mentioning here. So Jamie Foxx, DL Hughley made a post about the whole Dana White slapping his wife incident. I'm not sure if we talked about it on Fighting the Kid, but did we or no?
Yeah, I talked about it with
Steve Byrne?
With Steve Byrne.
Yeah, okay. So this is what DL Hughley put out on his
Said if Chris
Twitter.
Brown, Bobby Brown, or Antonio Brown did what Dana did, well, Chris Brown did, but worse, and so did Bobby, and Antonio has some issues. But I mean, terrible examples. He should pick 3 guys that didn't have.
I know.
The media wouldn't stop talking about what can Brown do for you. Be White # Team DL.
And then so Jamie Foxx replied something like preach, something like that. Yeah, fucking preach.
See, and I was saying to Chin on Shop Show, I don't think it's a black-white thing. I think it's a success thing. Dana's so successful, that's why it's not getting picked up.
Well, also, Dana's not, you can't cancel Dana because it's his company.
That's right? A success thing.
Yeah.
It's not his company.
Yeah.
It's not his company.
Right.
But the
DL Hughley thing was more like a white,
it's already
black
Emanuel's
thing.
Yeah, it's not a white and black thing.
Yeah.
It's a success thing.
Yeah. Isn't it also that they both kind of took ownership? She hit him first.
I don't think that has anything. I don't think that has anything to do with it. I literally think this shows you how powerful Dana White is, because people go, it got lost in the news cycle. I'm like, no. In order for it to get lost, it'd have to come out. It didn't even come out. That's how powerful he is. They just squashed it and pushed the slap league a week. And everyone's like, okay.
Yeah, so they never canceled that slap league. It just got postponed.
By
which
a
was
week.
crazy, yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, DL's right to the point where if it was somebody else, it'd get way more coverage. Like if Skip Bayless came out of this, he'd lose his job. 100%.
Yeah, but remember, like there's a bunch of stuff that was happening in the news cycle at that time too, so that contributed to it. So.
There's more things to focus on. Like the Hamlin situation's more dire than.
Let me see this Skip Bayless tweet about.
So I mean, this is like kind of what you guys talked about last week with Steve Byrne. Skip Bayless.
That's what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, so their ratings shot up by 57% after that.
There you go, baby.
Confrontation with each other. Yeah, Shannon Sharp
gave the Surge gave the show 227 total viewers of the day.
So the brass is happy.
Yeah, I mean that's what Skip does though. That's
Skip and Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
They give you hot
That's
takes.
their thing.
Like
I like Stephen A. Smith. I've always liked him. I think he's. You know,
I don't like him when he does MMA. It's
no, I
awful.
like him when
It's
he talks
so bad.
when he talks basketball, football.
Yeah, I like him when he talks sports.
Yep.
Yeah, not MMA. And I like certain takes. I don't like his take. His take on Dana was such a pussy move.
I didn't hear
Such a pussy
I don't
move.
remember either.
He was like, I spoke to Dana. He's a very good friend. I hope he figures it out. It's like, but you've been breaking freaking Kyrie Irving over the coals for the past 2 months, dude. Over that shit. These
What did
people.
Kyrie Irving do?
The anti-Semitic thing. He liked the movie. He's talking about the movie for 2 months.
That's they're both two different things, aren't they? Though.
But I'm saying if your goal, if your job is to comment on sports, Dana is a sports figure, and just because you have a personal relationship with him, as a journalist, which he is through and through, your job, especially just because the guy works on your network, to go mum on it, it's like, okay, you're compromised. 100% you're compromised. ESPN's compromised. Haven't reported on it in any facet. That's compromised. This is news. No matter how friend or not, it's news. To not say a word on it, just give him support, it's like, oh, that's interesting. That's how powerful Dana is.
Yeah, it's true. We didn't see it pop up in as many places as it should have.
You'll see it on MMA Fighting with Ira Hawani. Luke Thomas and Brian Campbell talked about it. I talked about it a little bit. Outside that, nowhere. Nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of
ESPN,
crazy.
one of their head reports came out and said, we were told not to say anything. What? You're owned by Disney.
And the TMZ piece was just very weird.
Dana's very
It was
close
so
to TMZ.
weird,
Yeah. It just shows you how powerful he is.
So this is actually okay. This is a headline's crazy, but it's cool that Bam Margera, he's going through a lot of stuff, drug abuse, all that stuff. Wasn't a part of the Jackass, the most recent film that they had, but he was on
right?
Steve-O's podcast recently, and they kind of hashed it out. And Margera admitted that he was pronounced dead after suffering 5 seizures and pneumonia in December.
And what were the seizures from? Probably
Just
all
being
the drug
fucked up.
use,
Yeah, I don't know.
Just doing too much.
But he was on Steve-O's podcast. I remember for a while they were just not together, right? They're like, we're not going to keep, we're not going to talk to you until you get sober. So that's good.
Yeah, I used to love Bam. I still like him, but
Yeah, he was on top of the world for a while.
yeah, I was showing MTV.
Awesome cars too.
Yeah,
I just saw this recently from the Fight Mafia. This is I guess is a picture from this.
Is that a real
set.
picture of Connor?
Apparently, yeah, the set of Roadhouse with Jake Gyllenhaal.
but Connor posted a pic of him in the gym. His back is jacked.
He's so jacked right now. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
He looks, but he look right here. He looks gigantic.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That is a lot of chicken breast and weightlifting. A lot of that. He looks great.
Oh yes, this this is the last one. I just saw this. I don't know how we saw this, but
He's into things.
so this girl, this is your boy Adam22 talking to a girl. I guess she's a very famous porn star. I don't know her personally, but here I'll just play it for you.
Scarlet Scandal. What is the most?
Hold on.
That's Adam's wife right there. Mm-hmm. Oh, this is at the AVNs.
I think her name is Scarlet Scandal.
Oh, the girl that fisted
The black girl, yeah.
Okay.
Scandalous thing you've ever done?
Oh my God. Sorry, but I him.
What?
She's talking about Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah. And he put on my clothes and made me chase him around his apartment. I put a tequila cap in his ass and I had to go fishing for it. Yeah, it was nuts.
He walks away.
What is the most scandalous?
But she didn't say.
God.
She didn't
Sorry.
say Oscar.
But I him.
What?
She does say it, but they bleeped out, or not bleeped out. They muted it.
Oh. Oscar's like, God
Yeah.
damn it.
And he put on my clothes and made me chase him around his apartment.
Weird to make it chase him around like a bunny.
Hey,
Cap in
hey,
his ass.
hey,
And I had
Talkie
to go
Tracy
fishing
over
for
there.
it. Yeah, it was nuts.
He's in the weird shit, but
Scarlet Scandal. What is the most scandalous?
You see her
he's
right here.
Oh my God. Sorry.
Oh,
You can see her saying
wow.
it. Yeah,
like,
with her
why
mouth.
go bad on that? Why go bad on somebody?
It's just like, what's the craziest thing you've ever done? And by the way, it's not bad. If you like that,
Yeah, but it's embarrassing.
It
that
is
when she
embarrassing.
does that.
Yeah, it's weird he's into that shit. I mean, not even weird if that's what he's into.
No,
He's into it.
I'm just saying it's like
tequila cap
I don't
in
like
his butt?
just for the record, Oscar De La Hoya is one of the greatest to
A
ever
legend,
do
of
it
course,
in one of the
yes.
hardest sports, and I just
Everyone knows
hate
that,
this is
dude.
what I hate about fucking social media personally. It just bums
Oscar
me out.
went at Dana though, so I think this is kind of people. You know,
he went
Dana has
hard
so
on
much
Dana, yeah.
support. Yeah, he went super, and him and Dana were cool. I thought because he reached out to Dana to like make amends, and
He
Dana
tried to
just
make
said,
amends.
"Fuck no."
But as soon as the scandal,
Oh
this whole
man,
controversy,
Oscar went hard in the paint. Yeah,
Oh, Oscar went after him.
Yes, right away. He
So
made a
once you
statement
do
about it
that-
right away.
I see.
people start coming for you.
Yeah. He played the same game, sort of. If you play the game, yeah.
Oscar a
I
freak.
just fucking, I don't know.
Oscar a freak.
I don't think anything good comes from any of that stuff.
The reason we brought it up because
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you
Yeah.
shouldn't have brought it up. I'm glad
I'm
you
saying,
brought it up.
'cause Adam 22 is,
I'm
you
glad
know,
you brought it up.
he's been on
Just,
the
it
show.
just for whatever reason it bums me out.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
it's not like he did anything bad.
I agree.
Yeah.
bum.
But it's like
What'd you say, George?
Brian said it bums me out.
bums.
Yeah, you know.
No, I just
Oscar's
don't
a
like.
freak.
I don't like that he's got things that he likes, whatever it is, if that's true, and I just don't like. When
Apparently,
people,
she's like a famous.
yeah, it's just like people are into weird shit, and I just don't like when it's brought out in the public square like that. You know, it's like he's. I think he's such a great boxer and exhibited so much courage, and I don't know, and he's got problems. Maybe he has an issue with
You're
drugs.
talking about a different guy now, though, B.
Yeah, sure.
These aren't the boxing
Sure.
days. Yeah.
He's got
He
some-
talks all
he's
his
got some
shit and
things.
does his thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like he's been in the news for the wrong reasons. This is probably the least.
there
of
are
his
already
worries.
pictures of him in that.
That's
those
been out for a
outfits.
hot second. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he's currently
he's into
fighting
some
when he was
stuff.
in that. He's just a weird dude.
Yeah, he's weird. Just-
I mean, maybe not. I mean, the girl's so hot. She's like, hey, put on these stockings and do your thing. Shit, girl.
Tequila cap inside his ass just
Joking
to
around,
fish
why
it out though.
And I don't think he was joking. He was like, whatever it takes, just figure this out. You want to put on some gloves? Give me them gloves. What was it, 10 ounces?
Whatever you want. Whatever you
If they're
want.
so hot, I'm dressed up like a fucking bunny or whatever the hell they want.
I'm gonna be. You know what's important?
It's important because I'm in Tampa next week, Friday, Saturday only.
That's a great
Tampa, Florida. Yeah, Tampa Improv's great.
Ooh, that's a great club.
Friday, Saturday only. Then Springfield, Missouri, February 3rd and
Blue Room.
4th. Yeah, the Blue Room. Springfield, Missouri, February 3rd and 4th. Naples, you were just there, February 16th and 18th. Bakersfield's one night only, February 23rd, Bakersfield, California. And then Brea right now, just March 4th. I have a companion, I think, on the 3rd. So Brea, California, 2 shows only as of right now, March 4th. That bad boy will sell out. So get your tickets for one night only. Brea Improv, California is March 4th. But right now, Tampa, you're up next week. Tampa, Florida, Friday, Saturday only, Tampa. Get you some. B?
Come get some. Fort Wayne, Indiana. First of all, San Diego, thanks for coming out, everybody. Mike Drop Comedy Club. What a great club. And you guys were all amazing. Fort Wayne, Indiana, Summit Comedy Club. I got 2 nights, Friday, Saturday, January 13th, January 14th. That's this coming Friday, Saturday. Come get some. Still tickets left. Dania, Florida, January 19, 2021. Come get some of that. That's going to be fun. And then I got Edmonton, Alberta, the comic strip, February 23, 24, 25. I'll see you there.
All right, kids, we love you. Thanks for tuning in. We're out.
Yeah.